2, 1. Welcome back to another round of Glass Man Standing. On the torch, we got Indo, who's currently on a 4-round win streak. And we also have Hayden on the torch, cooking it up. Right now, they're going to be making flowers using Persimmon Strike and Ghost. On the mics, we have myself, Joe, as per usual. We got Kurt, too, sitting in the corner. We got Fargo Flameworks on the far left. And again, we got Steven Pierce on the mic. What's up?
It was nice to meet you. Thank you for the hospitality, everyone. Cheers.
Thank y'all for coming.
So, Steve, do you regret your decisions thus far in this competition? I mean, you're still here. Is there anything you do differently at this point?
Oh, wow. Well, thank you very much for this question, because it's actually a thinker. What have I made thus far? I got short-term memory issues. Judges?
You made a pipe.
I like the fish. The pipe was just anxiety-inducing.
Lava lamp.
Lava lamp, fuck me. I would have my goddamn pocket opals. I'm really mad at myself for not showing up with that. That would have really made it fancy.
That was a lava lamp he made earlier?
That was a lava lamp.
It was a butt plug.
Yeah.
That looked like a lava lamp.
I mean,
yeah, really, that was the plan. Don't you know I'm always making a butt plug?
The topper.
Oh yes, and the topper when you took
Puffed
Billy
up
out.
Knocked out Billy.
Yeah, I got real lucky on the topper, to be honest.
We've been on quite a run. I mean, you called it.
I told Johnny's my favorite new. He's gonna be around every time.
Indo, do you remember the first piece that took you more than an hour to make?
Oh, God, no.
No?
I can't remember what I made tonight. How you gonna ask me that?
That's valid. You don't feel like there's milestones in glassblowing, though? What's a significant milestone to you?
For me?
Either one.
To me, it's working
I was about
with
to
people.
say, I feel like probably the first thing I ever made took an hour,
Yeah. What was that?
if not more. Probably like a bubble cap. I think I silver fumed the bubble cap, like the inside of a 1-inch tube, pulled it down, and then attached the handle, pulled the nozzle.
Yeah.
Just something super, super simple.
You feel like that was your most significant milestone?
Oh, no. Milestone. That's a good question. I'd say probably my most significant milestone was probably, I'd say, like making a recycler, like an actual rig. That's always pretty
17 minutes left.
pretty
How long ago was
gratifying.
that?
I think it was like right about a year ago now.
Wow. Shout out.
Fast forward, finally understand glass more, start working with it, and then
Now you're on Glass Man Standing.
sampler, and message the guy. He's like, "There's one more."
Indo, what about you? What milestone are you most proud of?
Dude, no way. I was like,
Going full-time as a glass blower. The first 12 years that I blew glass, I always had a proper job. Whether it was like running a smoke shop or selling smoke shops or running, like being CMO of a fucking mega distributor for smoke shops. There's a theme, obviously. But when I finally got to actually, I make less money blowing glass, but I'm so much happier not having 20 employees and a bunch of bullshit to deal with every fucking day. And I get to pick and choose the people like you that I actually like and hang out with them now.
Yeah.
Instead of somebody else owning me. Yeah, it's the freedom. I think that is my biggest milestone. Is actually, because that's scary as fuck too. Are people gonna like my shit enough? Am I capable of making a living off of this? There's a lot of different factors in that. So to me, my proudest milestone, I guess you could say, is finally just fucking getting the balls to call it and fucking do it. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, that's
and then the way
that's a great one.
was hilarious because
How long ago was that now?
That's only 4 years ago, bro.
Really?
Yeah, really, COVID is what turned the table, because I kind of a germaphobe anyways. And I just kind of went into hermit mode with that. And this was the way that, again, I could be selective with who I wanted to be around. And I could also make a living in my fucking garage, you know? There's something freeing about that.
Yeah.
And I know I've gotten better because I can actually do what I suggested so many other people do in the past. Like, I did baller section representing a bunch of fucking artists all over the place. And I always said, make shit for 3 weeks to cover your nut. And if you can afford it, that makes you a week that's your own to make a heady. If it dies, you're not destitute. And if it makes it, it's just icing.
What about you, Ryan? Do you have a significant moment or milestone that you're most proud of in Glassblow? Or is there one on the horizon that you're trying to reach?
I mean, you know, I don't know, you make something cool and you're proud of it, but you're like, oh, I could have done this better, or I want to do this next time, or what's next. So, you know, it's good to feel accomplishment for something for a second, but it's always nice to get better too. I don't know, some of the first things that I were cool, but once you keep going, it kind of all blends together, I guess, a little bit.
So you feel like you get more joy from individual pieces rather than overarching like achievements? No?
I don't know.
You said that it was like, you know, a swift like, you know, I did this type of deal. But you don't feel like, you know, kind of how like Indo said he was proud of the accomplishment of becoming a full-time glassblower. You don't feel like, I don't know, like renting out the studio back there, being able to work on, you know, whatever you want to. You don't feel like that's an accomplishment itself?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I don't know.
Different kind of accomplishment.
I don't necessarily see it as like a glass milestone, I guess, even though I guess you could call it that. But yeah, it's cool. I'm glad I'm there.
Joe, what's your biggest accomplishment?
Oh, wow. You all right in there?
Yeah.
All right, so nah, I mean, I ain't done jack, Kurt. Yeah, I'm still working on these pendants. I mean, if we're being honest, it was probably that tequila trade. I'm not gonna lie. Like, that actually made me feel good. Like, I felt I was doing so bad yesterday. Like, you saw me so upset yesterday, Fargo, with everything. And then that guy coming in and just like, you know, offering that trade just like turned my whole perspective around. I was like, dang, I could actually make something that people want. Even though he was probably
I make
just trying to be
valuable
nice.
shit. Ooh.
Like, yeah, the fact that like somebody was so interested enough in something that I made that he was willing to trade 2 bottles of tequila, it was just like, wow, yeah, I can do something. Other than that, yeah, no, I ain't done jack.
No way.
I mean, putting in hours, I love doing it. That's about it. What about you, Kurt? Being a teacher? You get to teach your own students now? That's wild,
It's not
man.
really a milestone, though. Or not one that, like... Yeah, I don't know. Not yet.
This Glassmith collab with everybody together is gonna be a milestone.
Oh, it'll be cool.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one. Super excited to.
Can anybody come in and grab me some 4 mil from the
7
case?
minutes left.
Yeah, it's gonna
4
be
mil?
one of those. It's just really
No.
You got this, Joe.
Little less than 11 minutes left, 10 minutes. So one of the things I remember it was a milestone was when I realized I could call restaurants,
Just one big one, and if you can cut it in half
ask
for
them
me,
if they
please.
wanted to trade
If that's fair.
pipes for food. Like a long time ago, you know, when I realized that was the thing that could happen, I was really stoked on that. 'Cause they could
I might
call
need to
up
try
on the
that.
cloud and be like, oh yeah,
Wait, what?
you know, we got 3 people up here. You make 3 sandwiches, and we'll bring you 3 one-hitters or whatever.
Yeah.
Tell everyone in the shop, like, oh, make a one-hitter real quick, and then I'll run them up there and bring back food.
I've never tried that. That's awesome.
Yeah, all the like
Pizza places, donors.
Awesome.
restaurants
Thank
in
you.
general, they get burnt out on having the same food all the time. So any kind of restaurant, fast food place, anything, they'll call each other or have other places they have deals worked
Well,
out.
I've done it like from our shops. Like we have our 6th Street locations next to Ramen Tatsuya. I just haven't ever like gone to Taco Bell and been like, hey, you want to trade pipes? Like I've always done it with like vapes and stuff.
Yeah. I would just cold call places.
That's the way to do it.
That's
Yeah.
wild.
Just say, hey, do y'all ever trade food from restaurants? You know, do you want something different? You get a manager on the phone and be like, yeah, well, I don't have any food, but I do have pipes. Because everybody in the kitchen for sure smokes.
Yeah,
It's a guarantee.
Right.
that's the way to do it. 9 minutes left.
Steven, do you have a milestone that you're most proud of?
Me? No.
No? Nothing?
Getting to hang out with you, Joe.
Wow.
It's pretty sweet.
You know?
It is. What would be another one?
But I mean, like, you made a glass grill, man. You made this giant
Yeah.
bone. Nothing that, it was just like, nothing that hit home. Or like the first one that hit home.
So for the glass grill, you made the like I don't know how a grill works. I imagine that you like when you open the
It
valve,
had a
goes-
grease trap. Like,
Yeah.
Oh really?
it was amazing.
Like, that's a milestone.
Like I imagine that you have to
That's
have
crazy.
the propane goes through a tube that has a couple of holes in it going along the base of the like griddle. I don't know.
I'll find some pictures.
Okay.
Like, I quite literally didn't know that was possible until you brought it up. Like, that's
I didn't either.
mind-blowing.
It's not really. That's what's fun about glass is you can make anything out of it. Part of it is a life expectancy of things. You know, like it's ephemeral.
Wow.
So part of the magic of the grill was that the glass isn't rated for use like that. So every time I used it, it had more issues. It like had a personality. The way that it heated up when, like, I learned so much from making it, and then I learned so much from using it and how the glass behaved from using it, that it changed my perspective on it. Like, I was like, oh, well, the burner didn't need to be bridged because the burner rail heats up when it's running for a while. It heats up and the glass expands, and when it expands, it needs to have some flex to it. If it's too rigid and it's got too many posts on it, it's holding it together so stiff, it doesn't allow it to flex and have give. So I had put these bridges together on this whole burner rail, and that was the first place it wanted to fail. So once it failed the first time, it had cracked on like opposite corners. So every time after that I heated it up, I used it, it would flex and you would hear it scratch itself when it would heat up, and then it would be fine and happy and work. And when it cooled down, it would scratch itself,
Wow.
flexing back into its position, which is like a weird thing to think about. And the reason why we get so many cracks in work is like all based off of expansion and contraction, which happens when you heat up the glass, you know. So I didn't know what I was doing when I made it. I mean, I had like a general working idea of what I would do, how I would go about it, but
So, does that kind of play on the principle at the ASGS event they did here? Whenever she did the Boeing test and she did those little, I don't remember what she called them.
Baffles.
The baffles. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. And where she did the little indentation and so it could move more, so if it whenever she did the vacuum and the
Yeah.
pressure changed. Okay.
it's got
Cool.
flex.
Cool. Okay.
Yep.
That was such a cool event.
Yeah, she's a baller.
Do you admire the functionality or almost like engineering aspect of glass blowing more, or the artistic, creative expression part of it?
I can appreciate certain aspects of like design and pattern and the artistic side of things, but
5 minutes.
I'm not really like a looking. I don't really like looking glass. I like to make things you get to interact with. I started making glass to make pipes, and you develop a relationship with a pipe, unlike anything else. Like the closest thing that I had a relationship with that's closest to a relationship of a pipe is like a coffee mug, maybe. Like I have my favorite coffee mug in my cabinet, my go-to one. I'm gonna go to. If it's a little dirty, I'm still gonna use it. It's okay. I'm gonna go to that one over everything else. But outside of that, I mean, like, what's a thing in your house that you're like, this is fucking Bongzilla? It's got a name,
Yeah.
Like, where's my blank? I have to have it. Isn't,
It's interesting. I've never really thought about it like that.
That's an interesting take. I like that.
Yeah.
Because we
So
talked-
making things that we interact with is like what's important and
On
what's
a daily
fun
basis. Yeah.
to me. So I like that the grill is a great example of something that's just totally impractical, but a fun thing to play with.
Yeah. Would you say that's the I don't want to say outlandish, but do you think that's the most out there thing you've made? Because like you said, you weren't even sure if it
3
was going to
minutes.
Uh, No, I don't know. I mean, I made a claw machine, like a little video game claw
crazy.
machine.
Yeah.
An aquarium. Bucks Blvd, Steve, it probably be able to rattle some off too. I'm drawing a blank on some of them. I made a lot of really dumb stuff.
2.5 minutes.
What do you think pushes you to go out and do something like that? Do you think it's just curiosity? Is it just, can I do it? Like seeing if you want? Or like you just
Yeah,
want
a
to
lot
see
of
it?
it. Well, sometimes it's like something's such a dumb idea, you have to do it.
I love that.
It's too stupid not to exist.
2 minutes.
Well put.
And then if it's like probable or possible to create, but you don't know how, it's a really good reason to try it. Because it'll really exercise your brain.
Both going for similar methods
Minute and
here,
a
it
half?
seems. Yeah, minute and a half left. Both went the sculptural route for these
No, for real.
flowers.
Whenever Keller and I did the flowers, that was difficult. We both went the sculptural route for it too, and like it was just a pain for us. At least for me, I didn't finish mine.
I imagine. Minute left. Coming down to the wire. It's cleanup time.
"45 seconds.
Both pieces coming together. Adding the final touches, removing the extra pieces of glass.
30 seconds.
Adding
20
finishing
seconds.
touches to petals.
Pretty
15.
close.
Sculpting out the last piece of that pedal. 10 seconds
10.
left.
9.
It's going in the
8,
kiln.
7.
Hayden,
6,
5,
5.
4, 3, 2, 1. Torch off, torch off, torch off.
Good.
Let's go.
This could be a little plant spike.
There she goes. Another round in the books.
Shit.
Thank you so much for answering those questions.
made too many
Sorry, I
pedals.
was berating you. Time to do some judging.
Can you talk a little bit more about like
It was tough for us.
We ain't trying to make it easy on you.
3, 1, 5.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Spliffy,
one more.
Thank you, judges, and thank you,
5 in
everybody.
a row. 5 in a row.
They just gonna run my dick straight into the dirt. But
One
again,
more
I'm gonna
round.
fill that whole fucking wheel with evil shit, so beware, Billy.
dude,